Just the man I wanted to see. I don't believe what they did to me, but we can handle it.
Who did what?
The Board of Education. They sent me a woman.
Don't they usually give gold watches?
Each year, they send a surprise observer to evaluate the IHP. This year, it's a woman. Guess I'm stuck with a pair of hockey tickets and a bottle of scotch. Look, I don't understand these things, but women find you attractive. Use it. She'll be monitoring your class tomorrow morning.
Oh, forget it.
I'm not asking you to marry her, just distract her.
No, just forget it.
Charlie!
Suzanne. Well, this is,
Surprising.
surprising is good. Yeah, confusing, exciting. Feel free to jump in anytime.
Oh, you still look good.
You always do.
So, how have you been?
Fine. You want to sit down?
Oh, sure. Are you subbing here?
No, I'm here as a permanent sub now. And you?
Oh, I moved over to the Board of Ed about 5 years ago, right after we...
Right. You're here to observe the IHP.
You're the Mr. Moore the kids are talking about. Oh, Charlie, I'm impressed.
Oh.
Well, it looks like I'm going to be evaluating you.
Once again.
Guy, gotta go.
Listen. Asking you this is probably a terrible mistake.
I
but
can't.
Right.
Not tonight. How about tomorrow night?
Great. Do you want to have dinner?
Sure, I'll be coming from a meeting. It'll be hard to pin down a time.
We could meet at my place and figure it out from there.
You still live above the flower market?
Sometimes it's a bed of roses.
It's a date.
And did you see her in physics? I just know that woman was writing something about me.
She's evaluating the entire program, Maria. She couldn't care whether you lived or died.
You're just saying that to try and make me feel good.
Good morning.
Wow, what happened to you?
You look like you've been blessed by the fashion fairy.
I believe it was Beau Brummel who said a gentleman should dress to indicate he is aware of the times in which he lives.
And the times are outrageously fashionable.
Thank you, Darlene.
Hey, if you're trying to impress that spy from the Board of Education, I don't think you're gonna do it by wearing Ben Vereen's hand-me-downs.
I'm not trying to impress her.
If you're not, you're the only one who isn't.
Yeah, she's got all our other teachers freaked out.
In biology, Mr. D'Amato dissected his sandwich and ate his frog.
Hey, I saw his sandwich. You made the right choice.
May I have your attention, everybody? Alan. Would you like a cushion?
No, thanks. I'll be fine.
Miss McGee, Mr. Moore. Well, I don't want to waste any more precious moments of quality teaching from this good-looking professional. Not a second is wasted in this IHP program, right, kids?
Right.
Thank you, Dr. Samuels. Well, I guess you've already met the students.
Yes, Charlie, thank you.
Charlie?
Mr. Moore and I met 5 years ago.
Dennis, I believe you're first today. We've been working on individual projects.
Okay, confidentially, man to man. You and her?
None of your business.
All right.
Dennis, you want to explain your project to Miss McGee?
Sure. Mr. Moore, Charlie to you.
Dennis.
Mr. Moore has us analyzing small events in our lifetime that we believe will have major ramifications on the future of civilization.
Very impressive project.
Not as impressive as knowing this man in his prime.
This is my prime, okay? But I think we should continue.
Did you ever see him on stage?
Darlene, what did I just say?
He was terrific. Chekhov, Ibsen, Strindberg. Very heavy stuff.
Hey, I did musicals, too. Perhaps we should move along. Dennis?
The small but tremendously significant event that I've chosen is the home video revolution. But that can wait. How often do we have a visitor from Charlie Moore the early years?
How did you meet? Personal columns? Two lonely people in a singles bar?
Janice, nobody's interested in this.
Actually, we met at the best little whorehouse in Texas.
Okay, I'm interested.
No. The play, Alan. We were sitting next to each other, okay? Dennis, please continue.
The video revolution has taken communication out of the hands of the elite and put it into the hands of the common people. That is, for those who can afford the $1,500 for the system. Any questions so far?
Yeah. What attracted you to each other?
I've always loved this apartment. Still into jazz, I see.
Madly.
Charlie, you didn't.
I did.
Thanks for remembering. What about the wine?
It's breathing.
That makes one of us.
It's 9 o'clock. Where's Mr. Moore?
He's not here yet.
I can see that. Where is he? If the inspector comes in, tell her that Mr. Moore stepped out to pick up some very important research materials.
Are you asking us to lie?
I'm asking you to fudge. This is history, not ethics. Never mind. I'll stay here and teach you myself.
Oh, happy day.
What were we working on?
Individual projects.
Like what?
Like how the invention of the microwave oven has altered the shape of modern marriage.
Not to mention my cat.
And that man has a license to teach? All right. Let me show you some real teaching. Let's talk about the development of the atomic bomb, the Manhattan Project.
Actually, it was called the Manhattan District.
Right, and you have to talk about the Cavendish lab at Cambridge in the 1930s.
Earlier, you have to go back to Germany.
Shouldn't we be talking about the politics of the time?
I can circulate my term paper on Heisenberg and the German effort. Oh,
Okay, the Manhattan Project.
Morning, everybody. Sorry I'm late.
Morning, Mr. Moore. Over here, please. Why weren't you here on time? The inspector could have come by.
Don't worry.
Well, I had to take over your class. Why are you wearing sunglasses?
I didn't get much sleep.
Don't you know my whole program is under siege this week? Is this how you take care of our interests? You're a teacher. You can't be running around all night.
Morning, everyone.
Morning, Miss McGee.
Morning, Dr. Samuels.
Enjoy the hockey game.
Dr. Samuels, those hockey tickets, I won't be needing them.
Mr. Moore, I just want to show my appreciation for your handling you-know-who.
Yeah, but I think you've got the wrong idea.
Here.
No.
Say no more.
No.
Okay. I'll keep them. The main thing is you neutralize the enemy.
Charlie, what does he mean? Neutralize who?
Oh, well, the lady from the Board of Ed, but I didn't. We had dinner together.
You what? You dated her? Trying to make life easier for you and Dr. Samuels?
No, Bernadette, we're old friends, see?
Sure. Now? Charlie, I think that's despicable. Oh!
Soup? Wait. You want to try it before you add the salt?
I don't have to, Charlie. You never put enough salt in your soup.
I have changed. I now add enough salt to my soup. And anticipating what you'd say, I put in extra salt.
Delicious.
So, what do you think?
About what?
Come on, Suzanne. Me, my class.
Not now, Charlie. I know you.
And what's that supposed to mean?
I know you, Charlie. I have a few criticisms, but if we get into it now, you'll get defensive. We'll have an argument. It'll ruin the whole meal.
I don't get defensive.
Charlie, I know how you operate.
Operate? Just tell me your criticisms.
First, they're small. But you don't put your aim on the board.
I don't put my aim on the board. Suzanne, these kids are bright. By the time I put my aim on the board, they're halfway through Harvard.
See? See, you're getting defensive.
What else?
It's your lesson plans.
I don't do lesson plans.
Exactly.
Lesson plans, eh? Aim. You know, it's all coming back to me now. The basis of our relationship is that you are always right, I'm always wrong.
No, Charlie. You just can't take criticism, that's all. You couldn't take it as an actor, you can't take it as a teacher, and you can't take it as a cook.
Come on, what are we doing here? We're just repeating the same arguments that we had 5 years ago. Huh? I thought we'd grown a little. I thought we were very mature last night.
Extremely.
And I was getting defensive about a silly little criticism that had very little to do with me as a teacher. Just bureaucratic gibberish.
Are you calling me a bureaucrat?
You are the one with the briefcase and the sensible shoes.
Sensible? They happen to be Italian. Do you know how much these cost me? Do you have any...
Now, who is getting defensive?
Charlie, I offer you a few bits of constructive criticism about your teaching, and you respond by attacking my persona.
Why do you always go for words like attacking?
Why do you always use words like always?
Persona. What the hell does that mean?
Oh, you want something more simple? How about coat? Door?
How about allow me?
How about taxi?
How about good luck?
I guess the problem is I always pictured Mr. Moore with actresses, you know, the flashy, beautiful, theatrical type. Type that made me sick.
I always picture Kathleen Turner.
With Mr. Moore?
No, with me. Let him have his own dreams.
The fact that Mr. Moore can find someone at his age has to be reassuring.
Oh, I'm sure he'd love to hear that.
Morning.
Forget the morning. How was the night?
Fine.
Mr. Moore, you're not wearing your shades today. I'm worried.
I believe this is a classroom. Could we do some classwork?
Is something wrong, Mr. Moore?
No, nothing's wrong.
Morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Today, we'll begin by discussing the American Indian movement. What do we know? Simone.
Well, AIM is a militant movement organized in 1968 to promote civil rights for Native Americans. Their objectives are reform in past treaties, the observance...
Excuse me. Mr. Moore, is it a coincidence that the acronym AIM is displayed so prominently on the board?
Oh, not at all, Miss McGee. It does fit in the category of 60s activist movements.
Certainly not more significantly than SNCC, SCLC, or FTA.
But I am not teaching in the
You
order of
deliberately
significance.
put that up on the board
Miss
so that
McGee, could we step outside for a moment? Now, look, we are still arguing about last night, which is okay, but not in front of my class.
All right. I'm sorry about last night. I had to leave. It was an old argument.
It was a new argument. It was an old solution. I mean, we fight, you leave, just like 5 years ago.
You didn't stop me.
Well, as I recall, I was nursing a nosebleed at the time.
So what do we do?
Well, the next time we argue, even if I started, you don't take the easy way out and run away.
It's not my style, Charlie.
Well, Suzanne.
Mr. Moore, I believe you have a class waiting.
Well, that sounds like running away.
Guess that's what I do.
Well, at least I'm not bleeding. Okay, where were we? Simone.
Are you okay, Mr. Moore?
Yeah, I'm okay.
You don't look okay.
I'm a little uncomfortable having my class involved in my love life.
Whoop, the old double standard.
I don't follow.
You get involved in our personal lives, but when it comes to your life, you don't want to know us.
They're right, definite double standard.
But I'm not one of you. I'm your teacher.
So?
So this was a private situation between adults.
So?
So it's something that happened and it's over.
She dumped you, right?
He dumped her.
Now, wait a minute.
Look at him. That is a dumped man.
No way.
Nobody got dumped, okay? Okay. No double standard. Very briefly, Miss McGee, Suzanne and I were once very close, and it looked like we might be again. And it didn't work out, and that's it.
Why not?
Well, it's not important why.
I bet you'll miss her.
Well, of course I'll miss her. Suzanne is a wonderful woman. She's beautiful, she's bright, she's funny.
She's back.
She's back.
You never told me I was funny.
You would have told me I was wrong.
Probably. I just came back to tell you that I think you're all very fortunate to have Charlie as a teacher. Now, however our personal life may appear, my report will indicate that his work is creative, challenging, and innovative.
Suzanne.
And Charlie, I just wanted to say a nicer goodbye.
Will you excuse me?
Look, Charlie, we're both adults. I think we know reality when we see it. You and I are totally incompatible.
Uncontrollably.
So, then I guess we shouldn't see each other anymore.
Absolutely not. How about tomorrow?
I was thinking tonight.
Tonight, no argument from me? No.